Today on the Roofing News, I'm bringing you absolutely crazy story about a roofer who fell and got actually judgment won $4.6 million verdict, but now it's an up in the air. But before we get to the story, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Novatik metal roofing system. If you're looking for a solid partner in metal products, Novatik is the one to choose. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Quality is better than most products out there, warranty is higher, and it's about 20 to 30% cheaper. And if you mention my name, you will get $1,000 off from your first order. That should give you incentive to try it. Go to novatik.com, tell them Dimitri sent you, give it a try, be impressed yourself. Now, let's talk about this crazy case. From outside, case looks very simple. It has so many twists and turns, it will give you whiplash. Now, it's headed to the Texas Supreme Court. So, what happened here? Jose Medellin fell 2 stories off a roof at a San Antonio apartment complex in 2018. He suffered serious injuries to his leg, hip, and elbow. There were no warning lights on the roof and no fall protection. Of course, what's new? Multiple supervisors were on site though, directing the crew. Jose sued GMI contractors and won. The jury awarded him $4.6 million in damages. That looked like the end of the case, but it wasn't. In 2023, GMI won an appeal. The court ordered a new trial because the jury never heard an important part of Jose's deposition. Very typical roofing story, actually. He admitted to drinking 1 beer and smoking a joint about 5 hours before the fall. Probably a big fan of Josh Bigger too. One of his co-workers described him as looking dizzy and drunk when he fell. Another one said he smelled like an alcohol. That could have been game over. It looked like Jose might lose the entire case, but his lawyers had one more card to play. They asked for a rehearing of the appeal. In August 2024, the appeals court did something rare. It withdrew its own opinion and reinstated the $4.6 million verdict for Jose. The court said the excluded testimony did not matter because Jose's medical records had already been submitted during the trial. Those records showed he didn't have any alcohol in his system by the time he got to the hospital. He tested positive for marijuana, but there was no evidence that he was legally impaired. So even though the jury did not hear about Jose drinking, they did have the chance to look at the records when they made the decision. If you're getting whiplash, just hold on a little bit longer because it's not over yet. The Texas Supreme Court is going to have the final say on this case in the next few weeks. On January 15th, they heard arguments from both sides and it's not looking good for Jose. The Chief Justice focused on one question: why didn't the jury get to decide for themselves? He walked through different scenarios. If someone drank 2 hours before the fall, it's obviously relevant. 24 hours before, probably not. But 5 hours? That's right in the middle. The justice says that leans towards something that jury should decide, not a judge. Jose's lawyer repeated the fact that there was no legal evidence of impairment, and she wanted that allowing witness subjective testimony opens the door to unfair prejudice in every injury case. But GMI says this was never about proving intoxication, it was about giving jurors all the facts. If the justices reverse, this case goes back for a new trial. If they don't, the $4.6 million verdict becomes a powerful precedent against contractors who control job site safety. I personally don't want to give you my opinion today. I just want to bring you the news. It's a very interesting case because, for one, only 1 beer was drinking 5 hours before. I could see both sides, but I also kind of agree with the contractor who says that, hey, the jury should get all the information prior. Comment below what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.